everyone. Happy Friday. This is Dr. Denise Dart. Today we're going to continue on the topic of answering the question, how do I heal from a toxic relationship? I get many questions from people who are still in the relationship, who are still with a person that is clearly emotionally abusive, where the cycle of abuse has happened over and over and over again, and are still questioning, how can I make this better? Here's the hard truth about that. You can't. If you have downloaded my top 10 list of signs that you are in a toxic relationship, and many of those resonate with you, you are in fact with someone who is invested in controlling you, who is invested in using you and manipulating you, in deceiving you, in twisting your perception of reality. You can't fix a relationship with this person. What you can begin to do is start to take care of yourself, to gain insight, to learn more, to observe. When we can label a hurtful, dysfunctional behavior, it helps to buffer us from that emotional response. It helps us to realize this person may be pointing the finger at you, telling you who you are, what you're thinking, what you're feeling. Person may be doing this, and yet that's their side of the street. It has nothing to do with you. You decide where your boundary is. You decide what you're going to take in, what you're not going to take in. So I understand there are periods of time where you are working through getting to the stage where you're deciding if you're going to leave, making a plan for leaving, and you are still with that person. And I know it's very difficult. So all you can do in those situations is get a plan, educate yourself, and take care of yourself. Stop taking in the nonsense and the poison that the other person is constantly spewing at you. If you are out of the relationship and you do not share children, there is no reason, and I mean absolutely no reason, to stay connected. Do not look at social media. Delete the person's number, face, pictures, everything from your phone. Block all avenues of contact. Stop picking up unidentified numbers. You know, you start to see that a person who is intent on getting through to you will use all different types of means to get to you. And likely when you begin to do this, you've got mixed feelings. It's scary stuff. And yet, you need to reclaim yourself in order to heal and move on. Your abuser will not help you with that. And right about the time that you are reclaiming yourself and your life and getting stronger, that person is going to send the birthday card, or they're going to drop by with flowers and, profess their undying love to you. The hoovering begins. You are vulnerable, promising it's going to be better. You go back in, and there you are again in the same cycle. So with a normal, healthy person and a relationship based on mutuality, these things are quite different. But if you have been in an emotionally abusive relationship, it's not going to get better. It's only going to get worse. So if you want to heal, and you deserve to heal no matter what this person has told you, you need to create the physical and emotional space that allows you to do that. Okay, lots to talk about there. I have a lot of videos that are already out there that will talk about how to use boundaries to create that personal space for yourself. So, you create that space. Now what do? Our brains tend to keep open things that are unresolved. And so we keep going back to them and mulling them over again and again and again. And so trying to figure out what happened, why am I hurting this badly, all of these things that really keep you energetically tied to this person. So we're going to start a new way, a new day. You have been primed to look for and to fear the next shoe that's going to fall. You've been walking on eggshells for a long time likely. You're hypervigilant. Maybe you even have diagnosable PTSD or complex PTSD or, some other type of anxiety disorder as a result of what you've been through. So there's this hypervigilance. When we feel hypervigilant, we tend to want to scan the perimeter to make sure that we stay safe. But in situations like this, it doesn't keep us safe. It keeps us in that state of alarm. Anyone, including myself, who has been through this type of relationship knows the challenge of working with that within yourself. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to start looking for the blessings that are all around you. When you wake up in the morning, before you ever get out of bed, I want you to remind yourself that something amazing and awesome is going to happen for you in this day. Expect it. Look for it. When things happen that are not amazing and awesome, just let them go right by, because you are still looking for the good, great, wonderful, joyful things that are right there in your life. Retraining yourself to see them, to invite them in. So every morning I want you to wake up and remind yourself before your feet even touch the floor that something wonderful is going to happen for you in this day. If you practice a faith, if you pray, it's a wonderful time. Bring your spirituality into this. Ask for protection and let it be there, right? So depending upon what your theoretical orientation is, what your religion is, how you approach spirituality, whatever you do, bring that in and set that positive expectation for the day that's ahead. This will help you to reclaim some of that emotional real estate that the other person claimed from you, they're probably still telling you, energetically, if nothing else, that they still own it. Well, guess what? They don't. And it's time to get the squatter off your property, out of your head, out of your heart. So start looking for that amazingly awesome, wonderful thing that's going to happen in your day-to-day. Might be something big, might be something small. Blessings are everywhere, and we need to prime the pump to begin to see them